Let's take a look at what past continuous tense is. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. Marcus is at home. He is playing games on his iPad. At 11 o'clock in the morning, he was not at home. He was at the swimming pool. He was swimming in the pool. He started swimming at 10:30 a.m. and he finished swimming at 11:30 a.m. So, what was he doing at 11 o'clock? He was swimming. Now let's take a look at how to form the past continuous tense. To form past continuous tense, first we need to put was or were, and then the verb, and add ing to the verb. For example, I was having dinner. In negative form, we put not after was were, and then the verb and ing. For example, I was not having dinner, or you can say, I wasn't having dinner. We can ask questions using the past continuous tense. The first kind of question is a yes-no questions. We use was were in the beginning of the question, and then a subject, a verb, and ing. For example, were you having dinner? We can also use question words, was were, the subject, a verb, and an ing. For example, what were you doing? There are some rules we need to pay attention to when we add ing to the verb. Rule number 1. The final E is dropped when we add the ing. For example, the word come, when we put ing, it becomes coming. How about the word write? How do you spell writing? It's writing. This rule does not apply to words end in ee. So for the word see, we just put ing after see. How do you spell the following words in ing form? Make. Do we need the e in the end? No, we don't. Just making, making. How about agree? It ends in ee. Do we need to drop the final e? No, we just put ing in the end, agreeing. Rule number 2. Verbs with one syllable and ending with one consonant, one vowel, and one consonant. The final consonant is doubled. Teacher, what are you talking about? Don't worry, I know it's complicated. Let's revisit what are consonants and what are vowels. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. And these are the consonants. Let's take a look at the word sit. S is a consonant, I is a vowel, and T is a consonant. In this case, when we add ing to the word sit, we need to double the last letter. So it becomes sitting. How about the word swim? Do we need to double the M? W is a consonant, I is a vowel, and M is a consonant. So we need to double the M before we add ing. How about the word run? Do we need to double the last letter? Yes. So we spell it as running. Rule number 2 also applies to words with 2 syllables, but only if the last syllable is stressed. Do you still remember what a syllable is? Let's take a look at the following examples. In the word forget, there are two syllables, for and get. The stress is on the second syllable, not the first one, so it reads as forget, not forget. In this case, when we add ing to these kind of words, we need to double the last letter. Let's take a look at the word listen. There are two syllables, listen. Which syllable is stressed? Yes, the first syllable, listen, not listen. So in this case, when we put ing to this kind of word, we do not need to double the last letter. We just need to add ing. Now you try the word open. Open. Which syllable is stressed? The first one or the second one? Yes, it's the first one. So do we need to double the N in the end? No, we just need to add ing to open. How about the word begin? Begin. Which syllable is stressed? The second syllable is stressed. So do we need to double the last letter before we add ing? Yes, we need to double the N before we add ing. Rule number 4. We do not double the final consonant when the verb ends in W, X, or Y. For example, the word play. It ends in Y, so we do not need to double Y before we add ing. Take a look at the word snow. It ends in W, so we just add ing to the verb. The word fix, it ends in X, so we just add ing to the verb. Rule number 5. When the verb ends in IE, the two vowels are replaced by Y before we add ing. For example, the word lie. Before we add ing, we need to change IE to Y, so it becomes lying. Try another word. The word tie. How do you spell the word in ing form? It's tying. Now let's take a look at when we use the past continuous tense. We use the past continuous tense to describe things we were doing at a particular moment in the past. Let me explain it with a timeline. This is a timeline. Yesterday, I started my lunch at 1 o'clock and I finished it at 2 o'clock. So what was I doing at 1:30 in the afternoon? I was having lunch at 1:30 yesterday. Yesterday, I started doing my homework at 7:30 and I finished it at 9 o'clock. So what was I doing at 8 o'clock? I was doing homework at 8 o'clock last night. This morning, I started making a cake at 9 o'clock and I finished it at 11:30. So in this case, I can say I was making a cake all morning. Now, let's take a look at how people use past continuous tense in their daily life. Hey, Lily, you did not reply my message last night. What were you doing? I'm sorry about that. I was watching TV. last Sunday morning. Jackson's birthday party was awesome. Why didn't you come? I wish I was there. My dad was helping me with my study. Hey, Morgan, may I borrow your car this Saturday? I'm very busy right now. I'm working. Don't bother me. Did you borrow your sister's car for our trip? I didn't. Morgan was working. She didn't want me to bother her. Okay, let's practice. Look at the pictures. Where were these people at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon? And what were they doing? Make sentences with the pictures. For example, use the words in red color to make a sentence. Mr. Lee was watching TV at home. Now you try number 1. What were the children doing at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon? The children were watching a film at the cinema. Number 2. What was Tim doing at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon? Tim was driving in his car. Number 3. What was Mr. Ho doing at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon? Mr. Ho was waiting for a train at the station. Number 4. What was Nancy doing at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon? Nancy was walking her dog in the park. You saw Joe in the street yesterday afternoon. What was he doing? Use the given words and mix positive or negative sentences. For example, what was Joe doing? Was he wearing a jacket? No, he wasn't. So we can say he was not wearing a jacket. Number 1. What was Joe doing? Was he carrying a bag? He was not carrying a bag. Number 2. Was he going to the dentist? Take a look at what he says. He was not going to the dentist. He was going shopping. Number 3. Was he wearing a checked shirt? He was wearing a checked shirt. Number 4. Was he going home? He was not going home, or you can say he wasn't going home. Well done, everyone.